and makes human nature in the flesh fit for heaven. Fit for heaven. Now stronger than sin, death, and hell. And now more real than the real creation around it that itself will be redeemed one day. Why did he appear in the upper realms without having to open the door? Well, because of his ghost. Quite the opposite. Compared to the substance, if you will, the weight of his reality, that door, those walls were mere smoke and mirrors. Compared to the heavy reality of his reality. The heaviness, if you will, of his substance, really real, more real than real, truly real, maybe is a better way to put it. Whereas, everything else is just on the way to reality, maybe, hopefully hungering and thirsting to be made more real. That's what redemption is. It brings us to the reality of what we really are meant in God's mind and heart to be. Us and the creation. Well, we're practicing that reality, and we learn to bring the brokenness of the other reality out of which we are being born again and raised up to the Lord so we can heal it and keep on working with it, and eventually, He will bring it to the perfection that came out of that 2 months history. That's the promise, and that's the project that He's doing. And I'm Catholic because I see this as not just a spiritual, objective kind of religion, relationship with God. I see it as a physical one. Or I was corrected actually once by a theologian. No, that's materialistic, Eugene. Don't say physical, but you may use the word corporeal. So I like to use that. Apparently, it's a more correct theological term. My corporeal reality is meant for heaven. Because, of course, as Paul tries to describe it in the 15th chapter of the first letter to Corinth, he tries to show that the body that we walk around in today, yes, will die, and it's mortal, and it will turn to dust, but it will be raised, glorified. Glorified is the word that he uses. And then he tries to look for an image that will help us understand what that means. It doesn't mean we get another body. There is a continuity. But he says it's like this. The body we have now, the body that we're practicing so we can be body and soul fit for heaven, is like a seed. And it has to die. You put the seed in the ground. And one acorn or something, whatever it was, some kind of seed. And then it grows up into a huge tree. Huge tree. Now, if you have a tree and a seed, they don't look like the same thing, but they are. It's just one is all grown up. All grown up. Every potential reality possible for that seed has now been fulfilled. Corporeally, as well as, I don't know, essentially, or whatever other term you want to use for some kind of inner life for a tree, but everything. Now it's finally all grown up into the reality, but it was always potentially able to be. That's resurrection. That's redemption. That's the corporeal glorification that Paul is trying to help us understand, but is destined for us. God's plan for every human being. And those of us in this Christian church that remembers how difficult a project our salvation is. It's not a matter of just to say